Alright, Cyanix over back, and a lot of stuff's been going on in the game. I actually have tried recording this. I forgot how many times and just didn't have enough time to talk about everything. So I'm going to do my best to summarize. Well, just for time's sake. 1, life's been busy, doing family stuff. Yeah, moving on. Now, going on to the bulk of what I do want to talk about, which is the changes in IDV. There's been a bunch of changes that really got the community mad. In some ways, Netease made changes to better accommodate the newer player who doesn't really know how to play IDV, who, I'm going to say in my words, is kind of just the kind of brainless survivor who doesn't study skill or strategy but still wants an easy game to win. So they claim that hunters are super duper mega strong, even though they have not studied strategy, read up on any character skills, or even much less used their ping system for communication. And these latest patches that basically overall buffed survivors and nerfed hunters are catering to such people. Whether these people are returning players after about 2 or 3 years and therefore haven't caught up on all the changes, or they have recently downloaded the game not even a couple weeks ago. And I've already said my thoughts on this. This is just going to chase away so many hunters. I know a part of it is because whales, which is the IDV term for people who pour upwards of thousands of dollars into buying cosmetics in the game, those whales are mostly survivor mains. And, well, Netease is a company, and companies love money. So they're going to prioritize whatever those survivors want over making a balanced game. Even though supposedly the players on their China server, the one they pay the most attention to, hunter players on that server are just as outraged and angry, supposedly, about these changes that buff survivors and nerf hunters. But they still went through with all these changes. Again, probably just for money's sake. They're a company, I think they're getting kind of greedy, and they're going to prioritize making money over a balanced game, but in my opinion, how long will that last, really? It can't last forever. Because if you chase away all the hunter players, then survivor wait times are just going to get to, what? At least a 5-minute wait time for every single rank, and then all the survivor players are going to leave. It's just overall not going to be a good time. This is even, sometimes I also think Netease doesn't take into account how Survivor faction is very much a team-based faction, I should say. Hunters don't have that team, they have only themselves to rely on, therefore they don't have that level of team-based unpredictability, since winning as a survivor depends not just on individual player skill, but also how well can all 4 survivors communicate as a team. They could all be amazing independently, but if none of them can communicate on the same thinking wavelength, they're kind of screwed. Not even mentioning how some hunter counters and survivors are heavily based on good communication. Okay, I got some time, so I'm going to talk a little bit about a few of the details. I know I'm not going to get all of them, but I'm only going to talk about a couple, or whatever I can squeeze in. Doctor now has a pill in which she can immediately replenish about 1/4 or 1/3 of her health while moving. And Perfumer, now if she fails her perfume recall, she will gain a 2.5 second shield, which basically functions like Gardener's shield, except it lasts for a much shorter duration. The Perfumer one is the one most people are angry about, since In the words of other people who play or go up against Perfumer a lot more than me, Perfumer is already kind of, how do I put it, brainless? Yeah, that's the word they use. They said Perfumer is kind of brainless, and this makes her even more brainless. Now moving on to the hunters. Supposedly they nerfed the hunter persona tree because the top 4 hunters in their competitive scene, I only know 3 of the top 4. I don't know the 4th one. So the 3 are definitely Hullabaloo, Goatman, and Shadow. And I don't know about the 4th one. I want to say it's Qist, but I'm not sure, so don't take my word for it. Anyways, because those top 4 in the tournament in the pro tournament esports scene are so strong, they decided to nerf the entire hunter persona tree instead of nerfing those 4 hunters specifically. Why they decided to do that, I could not tell you, and I'll never know. Anyways, Netease has also released a new portion of the Ashes of Memory storyline, and also Final Blowout mode is back. So you can expect some more videos about Final Blowout. It probably will not be the rigorous upload schedule I had before. I don't know exactly how long this mode will stay, but I'm going to upload some videos of that. And so yeah, expect some of that.